Hello, beautiful soul. Today's class is designed to be a gentle hip opener to release unprocessed emotions, and we will be using blocks today, or like if you have a rolled up blanket, keep them nearby. We will be using them later. And for now, we're just going to rest comfortably, find a comfortable seat, and connect the mind to the breath and the body. So let your hands rest gently on your knees and close the eyes or soften the gaze. Take a deep breath in through the nose and slowly exhale through the mouth. This is your time, a time to soften, to breathe, to let go. The hips hold so much tension, emotions we haven't had the space to process. But there is no rush or no expectation here, simply an invitation to be present with the body and to listen to what the body wants to share with you today. And now we will come into some torso circles, so just gently begin to circle the waist, moving in a way that feels natural and fluid. And there is no wrong or right way, just let your body lead. And inhale as you lean forward and shine the heart forward, and exhale as you round back. And then now we will go in the other direction and let this movement feel like a gentle unwinding, as if you are bringing up anything that is stagnant and allowing it to release and dissolve with your breath. So now we will come back to center and then prepare for our cat-cows. So come onto tabletop with the hands under shoulders, knees under the hips. And as you exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, press the ground away. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, and soften the shoulders. And then we would just continue to move with the breath at your own pace, feeling the spine lengthen and release. And notice how your body responds. Maybe you move slower today. Maybe you linger in certain places that feel tender. Let your breath be a guide. And then we'll come back to neutral spine and then prepare for our low lunge. So we're just going to step the right foot forward, letting the back knee rest on the mat. And then just lean into the stretch. And if you'd like, you can exhale and gently stretch to the right side, opening through the ribs and creating space for the breath. You can also place your hand on the floor on a block to bring the floor closer if you'd like, for less of a stretch. And now we will release and switch sides. So now we're just going to step forward with the left foot and lean into the stretch, feeling the hips open a little. And then again, we can take that stretch towards the left this time if you'd like, or you can stay upright. It's your practice, whatever feels the best today. And now we will release and prepare for lizard pose. So for this pose, just lower both of your hands inside of the front foot and bring the foot to the edge of your mat. And then for this pose in particular, I like to use blocks to bring the floor a little bit closer to my hands. And you can also keep your hands on the floor, or you can lower to your forearms for a deeper stretch if you'd like. So we're just going to, you can either stay right here with the back knee on the mat and just press against the right foot, or you can gently tuck the toes of the left foot and come up to lizard. And this can be an intense pose as the hips hold years of emotion and energy. So just breathe into the pose and be gentle with what comes up, if anything, directing the breath to the hips. And now we will release. So put the back knee back onto the mat. And we're just going to switch sides. So now bringing the left foot forward and to the edge of the mat, and both hands inside of the feet. And again, if you want to stay here, perfect. And push a little bit on the left leg just to open the hip slightly. You can stay there again, or if you want to come into the lizard pose, you can come down onto your hands or your forearms, tucking the toes on the right foot and lifting up. Breathing deeply into the hip area. Be gentle with yourself here, and maybe you can rock gently side to side, inviting in moments of softness if you'd like. And now we will release, bringing that knee to the mat. And then from here, we're just going to come into a downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, maybe making small circles with the ankle. And then bring that right knee forward, settling into half pigeon. Taking a deep inhale to lengthen the spine. And you can gently fold forward, allowing the upper body to soften if you'd like, or you can just stay upright to feel the stretch in the hip. And now we can tuck the toes on the back leg and lifting the hips, pressing back into a downward facing dog. And then on the next inhale, we'll lift the left leg up and exhale, bending the knee. Gentle hip opener. And then we will come into half pigeon again with the left leg forward. Just breathe deeply and feel into the stretch, noticing how your body responds. There is no rush, no need to push, just gentle opening. And now we will release and press back to down dog to come out of the pose. And now we will bring the knees down towards the mat and come into a wide leg child's pose. So knees wide, big toes touching, forehead resting on the mat. Allow this to be a moment of deep comfort, a moment to let go of anything heavy, anything unspoken. Feel the earth holding you, reminding you that you are safe, supported, and deeply loved. And then we will gently come up, and then we will just very briefly come to standing so that we can come into Malasana. So slowly come to a squat with your feet wide, heels grounding down. Press the palms together at the heart space and let the elbows gently open the knees. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, connecting with your inner strength. Breathe deeply into your center, into the place where your fear has no place, and self-trust begin. And now we will release and come down into bound angle. So finding your seat and bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open wide. Inhale as you lengthen the spine and breathe into the stretch. And then extend the right leg long, bringing the left foot inside the thigh. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Breathe into the hips, into the lower back, into any space that you feel needs attention. And now we will release and switch sides. So extending the left leg out long, bringing the right foot inside of the thigh. Inhale to lengthen again, exhaling to fold forward. And now we will release and come into our bridge. And for this, we're going to grab our block and put it to the side for a second, and then lie down on the back with the feet hip width apart. And then lift the hips and slide the block beneath the sacrum. And you can choose your height for the block. You can leave it here or make it a little higher, and then just rest here, letting the body melt onto the block, letting the front of the body gently open, releasing control, allowing yourself to simply receive. Breathing deeply into the hips and releasing tension in this area with each exhale. And now we will remove the block and bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall open, feeling how the breath is now flowing through you. Breathing deeply, allowing the hips to open and your body to soften. And then we're going to draw the knees into the chest, grabbing the outer edges of the feet and rocking gently side to side for happy baby. And now we're going to hug the knees into the chest, holding yourself with warmth. And then release, and then we're just going to windshield wiper the legs, so just letting the knees drop from one side to the other, soothing the lower back and getting rid of any last fragments of tension. And now we will come into supine twist. And then just taking the right leg, crossing it over the left, keeping the back flat on the floor, twisting towards the left, seeing if you can inhale to create some space, and exhale, release any lasting tension in the body. And now we will release and switch sides. So now we're going to take just the left leg, cross it over the right, keeping the back flat on the mat, Seeing if you can twist a little bit more with each and every exhale, creating as much space as you can with your inhales. And now we will release and just come into a full body stretch. So extending the leg long, arms overhead. And now we will come and prepare the body for Savasana. So just letting the body be heavy, sinking into the ground beneath you, letting the feet splay open. There's nothing to hold on to, nothing to fix. Just breathe, be present, and release. And now we will bring gentle movement back into the fingers and the toes to wake up the body. And then we will roll over onto our right. And a full inhale and exhale. And then gently come up to a seated position. And I hope you can move through the rest of your day feeling lighter, softer, and deeply connected to yourself. And now we will raise the arms overhead. Exhale, heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, beautiful yogi.